Alright guys, this one's going to be doing a review today. This one's going to be doing a review for The Walking Dead, Daryl Dixon. Season 3 we're going to be discussing in this video. It has been a while since we've done a Daryl Dixon video. Wanted to discuss this one. This is an article from Screen Rant where they go over The Walking Dead, Daryl Dixon Season 3 and why they are going to copy another piece of zombie media in Season 3. So, yeah, I wanted to discuss this one because Screen Rant kind of pointed this one out, and anytime they point out, something like this, it definitely is worth acknowledging, because one of my big things with storytelling, and I always say this, anybody that wants to write a story, be original. Dear God, be original. And there's a lot of originality out there, and there's a lot of copycats out there, too. There's always a fair amount of both. I'd say a lot of people are creative, a lot of people are copycats. Unfortunately, sometimes you can't help it. Sometimes it is accidental, and sometimes it's just blatantly obvious in your face that they're clearly copying something. You know what I'm saying? Now, in this case, I don't know if this is going to be copying necessarily. I couldn't tell you, so I'm not going to accuse anything until we see the season. But Screen Rant is the one that came out with this one, so this ain't even my argument. This is them. Now, they acknowledge a few things. They mostly acknowledge, and this is what they're pointing out, is that Daryl Dixon Season 3, as we know, is going to be taking place, at least to start with, in England. Now, obviously, we know that they moved to Spain as the season continues, but that's, a whole other separate thing, which I'll get to that in a minute. But New England, and of course the UK in general, is a massive, massive location in Season 3. They point out that there is another very big piece of zombie media that was also set in the UK in movies, which was 28 Days Later. And 28 Days Later, of course, was a massive zombie series with fast zombies and advanced zombies and, a lot of stuff like that. And a lot of people are thinking, and Screen Rant is saying, that they think that they're going to be kind of copying some of the stories and some of the ideas and concepts from 28 Days Later. Now, I don't know what to really say about that, because, a location does not mean that you're going to copy a storyline completely. However, I will admit, my focus isn't really necessarily on New England and that type of stuff, the UK and going to London and seeing all that. I think that's going to be cool for Daryl. I think that's going to be a cool location to see. The point of this show is to not really have a serious storyline. It's just to see locations, you know what I'm saying? If you don't know that by now, I don't know what to tell you. They literally got rid of most of their France cast in Season 2. It shows you that the show is not exactly all that serious. They just kill their characters, while they end storylines, But will they copy 28 Days Later? I don't know, I've heard people say, like, oh, let's recreate the shot, like, maybe they're going to recreate the shot when Jim, at the beginning of 28 Days Later, is walking down the road, and you see, England, in front of him and stuff, you see London in front of him and stuff. Listen, I understand that some people may say that's copying, and that's, that type of thing. To me, personally, I'll say, as long as they don't go too close to it, and as long as they don't rightly copy something, I'm fine with that. And if you want a similar shot of Daryl walking in front of London, and you want to mirror that stuff, I'm totally cool with that. That's an in-honor thing, and admittedly, Greg Nicotero works on a lot of zombie media and a lot of zombie movies, so it really wouldn't bother me that much if they pay homage to the movie at all. I think that would be cool. Where my concern is, and it's something that Screen Rant did not point out, but I will point out, I'm not really afraid about London. I'm not afraid about that. I'm not afraid about them, copying 28 Days Later or any other zombie media for that matter. What I'm worried about more so is this Red Dead Redemption looking shit that we're seeing in this frickin' trailer, which is the Spain stuff. It does look a lot like Red Dead Redemption, like really close. Like so much where I thought this was Dutch Van der Linde for a second, like straight up. That one, I'm curious if they're just going to try to, like, rip off, a decent amount. I don't know if that's what it's going to be, like Red Dead with zombies or something, but it definitely feels like they're trying to go in that direction, which, again, like, I'm a fair guy. I am going to, kind of see the season out. I'm not going to accuse them of copying. I'm not going to accuse them of doing anything like that because we have to watch the season and we have to see what it's like. But I will say this. If they copy 28 Days Later, so much so to where it's obvious, I will point it out. If it's little references here and there, I don't mind it. I really don't. Same thing with Daryl. You want to do little Red Dead references? You want to go ahead. Honestly. It's the moment where you start hijacking storylines and putting it in your show. That's when I would say you're just unoriginal at that point. Which with Daryl Dixon, I mean, it was Norman's idea to even go to Spain, so it's not like they had a massive story planned anyway, so I will admit, yeah, it is always possible that they aren't original with their storytelling, because Daryl Dixon, you can tell, is a show that they kind of play by ear. I'm sure they have a destination on where they want the show to end, but they're not thinking about that right now. It's just, all right, let's go to country, and then that ending that we had planned for Daryl, well, we'll do that when, the time comes. That's how I view this show right now. So that's kind of my opinions on that. But anyway, what do you think of Screen Rant, their article on this? Do you think they're accurate? Do you think they're going to rip it off? Or are you kind of like me where you're like, let's wait and see. Let's see how they do it first, and then we'll judge, later whether or not we agree with it or we disagree with it. So that'll be that. But anyway, let me know your thoughts down below. Are you excited for Daryl Dixon Season 3? Post your comments, post your opinions down below. And if you're new to the channel and you enjoy videos like this, make sure to click the subscribe button so you don't miss any of the videos for The Walking Dead. Make sure to follow me on Dan's Views Official on Instagram, guys. And of course, I'll see you guys really soon for more videos of The Walking Dead universe. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys, and peace out.
Born in the dark alleys, city of concrete. Dan's reviews blowing up, never taste defeat. Walking Dead dissected every plot twist beat. World gone mad, TV junkies hit a treat. Typing up scripts, marathon through the night. His opinions hit harder than a street fight scene. Every episode, brain sharper than a knife. He's the beacon of critique, shedding TV light.